Hi everyone, it's PhDSimmer here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing another video for my save file, which I am working on slowly but surely. Today we're going to be making over Rindle Rose, I think it's called Rindle Rose. Yeah, Rindle Rose. That's what we're going to be doing today. Okay, so just so you know what the house looks like to start with, it's got this strange roof at the front. I think I'm just going to take off these pieces and just put a straight piece across there. I think that might still look odd, but I think it will look less odd. We've obviously got the pink siding with the green wood, which I think is a choice, which I definitely will be changing. And inside, I actually don't think the inside is too bad. We have a bedroom over here and a double bedroom over here, so obviously a kid or a teenager possibly in that room, and then parents in this room. We got a bathroom which is a lovely pink and white tile. I feel like this is like slightly old-fashioned, maybe an older couple and a teenage child live here, but they've got their little TV and some decor and clutter. It's a little bit dark, the wood's quite dark, so I probably will be lightening it up. Definitely gives me maybe an older couple vibe, but that's the house as it is. The landscaping is quite a bit of it actually, and there's no sort of gardening or anything like that, so we might think about including that. I think one thing I will be doing is moving this big bump out just down a little bit. I feel like that could be useful. In terms of the roofing, there's no trim and it does overhang a little bit here, so moving that in should help with that. And it's got a brick foundation. It's quite a high foundation, but yeah, that's the house, and let's see how we can fix this one up. Okay, so here we are in the speed build part of the video, and as always I first neutralise the house by making it white walls, plain flooring, and get rid of all the furniture. I personally find this helps me work the floor plan out a bit more when I've got rid of all the furniture in the house, just because I find if it's there I kind of feel like rigid and stuck in that format. So I find if I completely empty the house, it helps me change where the bedrooms, the bathrooms, and the whole floor plan is in general. For the house, again, I just got rid of that. I hate that green colour of the wood, so I just made all of the wood white. I just think it makes it look so much fresher and nicer. And I got rid of all the green trim, made all that white, and I changed the windows as well. I made the roof the same as the house next door, which is my version of Bob and Eliza's house, because I like to have everything just looking kind of similar, the same sort of build style everywhere basically in that world. I'm looking forward to moving on to new worlds like Willow Creek, Brindleton Bay, where I can try something different out. I think I'm going to try to do a little different style for each world that I'm working in. So Oasis Springs will be different, and Newcrest and things like that. I'm dreading Newcrest because that's completely empty. So, but I think Newcrest is going to be fun to be able to put restaurants down in and other sort of community lots. I want to put a spa and things like that in Newcrest, to make use of some of the new packs. I think that'll be fun. A bowling alley, that sort of stuff. I'm gonna go for Newcrest to be. For this house, yeah, I just simplified the roof. The front of the house is a bit strange, the roofing, so I just made it I experimented with a few things and I ended up just going for a simple roof. I think it worked out for the best, and I moved that sort of bump out section in a little bit I think it helps the roof to blend together a little bit better. I mean, I sound like I know what I'm talking about, but I don't really, but I'm just kind of playing around. I'm not really an experienced builder with The Sims, so I'm just kind of going for what I think looks best. So for the floor plan, I ended up with 2 bedrooms, a bathroom. I did think about putting another little small half bath in the house, but I decided it didn't look quite right, and it just reduced the space. The rest of the house, apart from the bathrooms and the bedroom, is an open plan. And it's a fairly small house. It's not a starter home because it's about 35,000. So for my save file, we'll be putting Sims in here, so it won't be empty. My plan is to have a single father and his daughter living here. Maybe I'm going to add a pet. I haven't decided. I didn't put any pet stuff in this house because I haven't decided. But I do definitely want to add pets into Willow Creek. I'm definitely going to give Bob and Eliza a pet as well as the BFFs, which I've already done their house, so I know I've put stuff in there for animals. But this house, I really struggled with the kitchen. It's not a very big kitchen at all, but I wasn't really sure where to put it. I thought about putting island counters in, but again, I don't know, I struggled a little bit. So the kitchen's a little bit small, but it's functional. It's got everything you need. It's got the sink, the fridge, the oven, all of that good stuff. This is where I tried to put the extra bathroom in, and I just decided it was a no-go. So I played around with the layout quite a bit until I got something I was reasonably happy with. I did use quite a few packs. I remember I definitely used Tiny Living stuff. I used the Tiny Living furniture for the living room. I used some Parenthood for the kitchen. Right now what I'm putting down is just Space Saver furniture. None of this furniture is what I end up actually having. I was just trying to like lay out where I wanted stuff. So you'll see soon I end up with basically the same layout but completely change all of the furniture. This is just like any old stuff that I'm just putting down just to work out if I'm happy with how everything fits. But you'll soon see, basically once I've done this, I'll go in and then actually change up the furniture to what I want it to be. And I think you could easily have a couple and a child living here. You could change up the furniture to be a toddler room or a teenager room. At the moment it's set up for a child, a young girl's room, but you could definitely turn it into a toddler room. You could make it into twins rooms or anything you want. It's quite a big bedroom for the kids, so there's definitely scope. For landscaping, I went for simple because I am not very good at landscaping, so I just went for something simple. And I don't know, hopefully I'm getting a little bit better with it, but I don't really know what I'm doing. This is what I kind of enjoying about this so far though. It's like I'm just slowly starting to try things out and see what I like, and maybe develop my own style eventually. That'll be kind of cool. So for the windows, I ended up using City Living windows for the small ones anyway. I thought they looked quite good. And I tried not to go too ham on the windows, because if you see the house next door, which is Bob and Eliza's house, I ended up putting way too many windows in that house. But then I kind of decorated once I put the windows in, and then I couldn't delete them because like Eliza's bed's in front of a window with some nice curtains, and then I was like, oh, I can't delete that window now because the curtains kind of frame the bed nicely. Anyway, I'm just babbling. I don't know what I'm talking about, but I need to calm down on my windows. So on this build, I consciously try to not put too many windows in. Like at one point where the kitchen is, there was like 3 windows on that wall, and I've reduced it down to 1 because it just looks a bit weird. But yeah, so this is up on the gallery now. It's called Rindle Rose 2021 if you would like to download it. I kept the yellow furniture outside the front because that was what was there originally, and I wanted to add, make it look a little bit familiar. And I really like that yellow furniture. It's very cheery and nice. So here I am. I've just finished putting all my placeholder furniture in. I'm going to call it placeholder furniture. That seems to be the right sort of word. So I put all my place furniture in, and now I'm just going through and adding the proper furniture in that I'm going to finish off with. Again, I decided to go for a single dad. So this is his bedroom. It's kind of, I don't know whether he's a widower or I don't know, the wife has just left him and the daughter. I don't know. I'm going to think about when I create them in CAS, I'm going to think about the storyline that I want to add in. So for this save file, there will be mild storylines. It's not, like I say, I'm calling it my simple save because the builds are quite simple. They're more just upgrading what's already there. And I want to add some lore and some storyline into it, but obviously we have some limitations with The Sims 4. So I added a bit of a storyline in for Bob and Eliza. And for this household, I will decide what I'm going to do. Maybe I'm going to give him a love interest, the dad. Maybe the daughter hates her, so I might set up relationships so the daughter absolutely hates the new stepmom on the horizon. I might do that. But if you download the save file, that will be there and set up, and I'll write in the bios what the storyline is if you wish to play it. Of course, you can always just delete all my Sims and put your own in. You could just download this lot from the gallery if you want. If you don't want the save file, that's absolutely fine. It's going to take forever for that save file to come out because I've barely even started with Willow Creek. But I finished Foundry Cove in Willow Creek. I finished the strip where the nightclub, the gym and the library and the museum is. So that's done. I'm now working on this section. I can't remember what part of the map this is called. But I've done Bob and Eliza's house, done this house, and I think there's 2 more lots in this section. So I don't think I'm far off. I've got the really fancy parts of Willow Creek to do. So I think I think I'll be finished with Willow Creek soon. I don't know. Depends. I'm very slow. I want to do some more of this so far on my Twitch streams, because when I did Bob and Eliza's house, I got so much good input from my Twitch stream chat, so that was really fun. I wanna do more of that, and that might prompt me to get this done more quickly, because I just take forever. I'm so slow. So the bathroom, I felt like at one point it was too grey, so I added some plants in just for a bit of colour. I actually liked how it turned out in the end. Here we go with the kitchen. I'm using the Parenthood stuff, and yeah, I'm not very good at kitchens. I struggle to do how you connect the island counters onto the main counters to do like a breakfast bar and stuff. I always find it looks a bit janky when I do it. So if you've got any tips, please let me know down below. I'd appreciate that. I ended up going for 4 chairs, which is probably a bit too much, but I was thinking like if it's a dad and his daughter and then possibly this love interest on the horizon, then we'd need 3 chairs for some awkward family dinners, and 3 chairs just looks weird, so I made it 4. You can always cut it down to 2 if you find it a little bit too crowded playing here, because I do want my builds to be playable. I don't want them to just look nice, I want them to be practical. So I tend not to I'm trying not to put any furniture in that will kind of glitch or overlap too much. I do size objects up and down, and I do use move objects, so bear that in mind when you download this from the gallery. But I'm trying not to like do too many fancy things because sometimes houses can look amazing and stunning, but then when when you play in them, they're just not practical to play in. And that's no shade or anything like that. I think there's different styles of building. You could build for things to look amazing and fantastic, and then you could build things for practicality for playing. So I like to have a little bit of space so your Sims can walk around and not be like, oh, routing error, oh, I can't get past. But this house is a little bit of a squeeze with the kitchen, so I do appreciate that. Yeah, so we're I think I'm going to work on the living room section in a bit, but there's a desk and a computer, there's a fully functional kitchen, yeah, and 2 bedrooms, so hopefully you'll enjoy this house. There's not much skill building, there's no like chess table or easel or anything like that. So bear that in mind as well. If you want to play in this house, you'll have to save a bit of money for that. It is about 35,000 furnished, so not quite a starter home. But hopefully if you do want to download this as part of my save file, there will already be Sims living here that you can play with if you want to, or at least visit and make friends with. That'd be cool. So here I'm using the tiny living furniture, which I think fit this corner quite well because it isn't a very big space for a open plan place, so I think the tiny living furniture worked quite well. I really want new curtains for the game. I find the best curtains I find are the eco lifestyle ones and the seasons ones, but sometimes they're a bit big for what I need. I just want some really nice, clean, simple curtains, and I've got some that are custom, but obviously my save file is no custom content. I just want some really good curtains, so hopefully one day we'll get some. Just plain colours, neutral colours, you know, a pink and a blue as well for a bit of for kids' rooms and things like that. Maybe a yellow for a neutral, but then just white, cream, brown, light brown, black. I just want some really nice plain curtains with plain curtain poles and not too big and not too fancy. That's what I want. I really want. So here I am at the final room that I worked on was the kids' room. I started out thinking it was going to be a teen's bedroom, and then I decided I would make it a kids' room. So I ended up getting rid of the desk because I decided it was a kids' room, and we've already got a desk in the other part of the house, so we don't need to have a desk in the bedroom as well. I was going to use the paranormal stuff curtains, but I changed my mind in the end because I was sort of debating about whether this was going to be a kids' room or a teen room. In the end, I go for a kids' room. And there's a doll's house, there's Bluffy, there's a little activity table, so there's plenty for the kid to be getting on with, I think. And yeah, so there's a bookcase in the hall, there's a computer, so there are some things to build skills with. Also, you know what we need is some decent square rugs. We've got a nice square rug that came with the university pack and one that can be Eco Lifestyle, but I do feel like, again, we need some more neutral plain square rugs. We've got some nice rectangular ones, but we need some square ones desperately. So that's all my wish list: curtains and rugs. What's on your wish list? Let me know. Also sinks. I know a lot of people said we need better bathroom sinks because a lot of the sinks, apart from one, look like kitchen sinks, and bathroom sinks do look different. Okay everyone, so here we are with the final version of Rindle Rose. That does not flow off the tongue, I have to say. But here we go, here is the house. Pretty simple, nice clean white woods. We've got some sunflowers on the outside. I was going to call them dandelions then, that would have been definitely wrong. And then inside quite cozy, and a nice sort of open plan living area. We've got our desk and our computer. Fairly small kitchen, I am aware of that, which is a bit of a shame, but I'm not really sure how else I could have used the space. If you have any suggestions, please let me know, because I'd love to learn from you guys as well. We've got a nice living room area here, and then we've got our kids room in the back, which I think is really nice and a good size. You could easily put two kids in here, I think, if you expanded your family. We've got a nice bathroom with a bath, a shower, and toilet and sink. So all the stuff you need in there. If you've got a toddler or a dog, you've got the bath there to be able to bath them. And then we've got the bedroom here, which is for our single dad. But I still think it's quite cozy for a couple as well, if you wanted to do that. So pretty small, pretty basic. It does come in at just under 40,000, which is quite expensive, but I kind of like the look of this house. I think it's really nice, and I think you're going to have fun playing in it. If you do end up downloading my save file when it eventually is ready, there'll be a single dad and daughter living here. Yeah, I think there's going to be a fun storyline for these guys planned. I can't wait. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a big thumbs up, drop all your comments and suggestions down below as always, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys!